This is going to be our scouting report on Arizona, who's been one of the best teams in the country all season long. Starting with their lead guard, Jaden Bradley. This is an elite driver and finisher at the rim. He's really athletic. He gets so many paint touches, and he's so hard to keep out of there. He can play off too. And he likes scoring in the mid-range too. He has some game in that little 10 to 15 foot range, even though he's not a great shooter. But if you give him too much room or it's too easy, he'll make those. Again, there's a good look at him, not looking to shoot, looking to drive. Has made a ton of plays late game this year. He'll be the guy with the ball in their hands when it's crunch time. It's just clear out ISO. Braden Burries, super talented freshman. Been their leading scorer. Can score at all three levels. He's really good when getting in the paint, but he can make shots anywhere on the court. Finishing with the right floater. 3 off the dribble. And he can really make shots. Ivan Karchenkov. Really good 3-and-D role player. Big wing. Can handle the ball in all their ball screen actions. Can score in the lane. Uses his size well to finish. Here against Flemings. Good player off the ball too. And he's really good defensively. Koa Pete. One of the better freshmen in the country. He's elite in the paint. Good vertical athlete too. People rag on his athleticism a little for NBA stuff, but he can do that. He can drive from the perimeter. Loves playing off too. Likes this little fadeaway in the lane. Has really good touch in there, even though he's not much of a shooter. Likes to operate in the mid-post area. And they'll really let him work. This is a look at his 3. He's not a good shooter. It does not look great. Mo Krivas. Huge body. Big finisher. He's a really good roll man. He has some legit footwork and touch in the lane. And this Arizona team's awesome defensively, and he is a huge part of how they control the paint. Really good on both ends. Super tough to match up with how big he is. And he can actually play in the post. Anthony Del Orso, elite shooter. They'll hunt shots for him too, and he'll be aggressive taking them. He has a lot of confidence. And he can actually score. He's more than just a straight-up shooter. Dwayne Aristode, athletic freshman wing. Low usage, but he can shoot. Really big frame. He's going to be a good player for them. Tobe Awaka, one of the strongest players in the country. Maybe the best rebounder in the country, but super big physical forward. Really, really good at using his size. Arizona's really the perfect system for him. Yeah, literally kills people in the lane. And he's so good at fighting for position and getting these deep seals. Here's a couple clips of what their offense will look like. So they love to play through these two bigs. Almost always have the two big lineup out there. They're really good. Swing to the next action. Swing back to ball screens. Really good big-to-big passing team. If they ever have a mismatch, they'll throw it in there. There's some aspects of ball screen continuity. So you can kind of see it here when they're swinging side to side. Awaka kind of lifts up. They used to do it more with more intentionality, but they've kind of gone away from that. Always looking for high-low. Here's a look at them playing through their bigs. So Koa Pete sets it. They swing it, swing it. Koa Pete comes and sets it again. They hit him, swing it, hit him, and cutting off him. And again, always hunting high-low. So we swing, we're playing, big lifts, hit him, getting that high-low. They're a pretty fast-paced team. A lot of stuff will happen early. They'll play through the trail a ton. Again, they get a ton of these high-low looks playing through the trail. So there's Pete and Awaka moving Masama Jop there. Hit Pete, Krivas, Pete in the trail. Great seal from Awaka. Pete in the trail. Another good pass. Pete in the trail. Seal in the middle of the lane for Krivas. Pete in the trail. Krivas against Badunga. He has a 5-inch height advantage there. There's Pete low. Good pass from Awaka. They'll hit the trail and do some other stuff. So here, instead of swinging, it's a backdoor. Here, hit the trail, and he returns it to Bradley. And now we're just playing. Again, big pops out, hit him, swing to the ball screen. And this is just what our offense looks like. Hit the trail, ball screen, and then watch Krivas. Pete always has the option to drive, so hit him. He can just drive. We'll toss it to Pete here. And Awaka comes to ball screen him. We'll always get to this empty side, so toss to this empty side. Toss to the empty side. Really good Gortat from Awaka. Swing to the empty side. Swing it. And you're going to have to guard a million empty side ball screens when you play against Arizona. And they're hard to defend, especially with the big low. Because you don't want to lead this big to come tag. But then that'll happen. Swing to the empty side. You're going to see, look at Krivas, looking high-low. Empty side. And there's him attacking Cham. Here we are, swing. Empty side, Karchenkov scoring. Swing it through the trail to the empty side. There's Bradley. Here we are again. Swing it to the empty side. And Koa Pete can really pass out of a lot of different situations there in the short roll. Swing. Karchenkov will look to reject. Him and Bradley will do it most, probably. Here's going to be Karchenkov again, rejecting. Here we're going to swing, empty with a shallow. Screen can happen anywhere on the court, so Bradley cuts all the way through, and then it's more in the corner. There's Karchenkov. It can be a step up, so watch the low big, come set the step up instead of chasing it on the swing. Look at that pass from Pete. Here it is again. So Waka's the low big, comes and sets this step up. And another big to big pass. Love this backdoor. Look at the speed of this one here. And it'll almost always be Burries on it. He's a really good cutter. Burries. Burries again here. And then we'll do some more basic stuff. So we'll set this drag ball screen. Just get right into this empty side here. We can hand off to a ball screen. Instead of playing through the trail, we're just playing through another guard. It's that guard-guard handoff to the ball screen. Guard-guard handoff to the ball screen. Guard-guard. Ball screen. Guard-guard. Ball screen. Guard-guard. Watch Krivas here. Watch this. Back screen out of it, out of that same set. Same thing here. I'm going to set this back screen out of the same set. And then he comes off the cleanup. Bunch of different ball screen stuff. We'll just set them in our offense. So come down the court in the half court, set the ball screen. Cole Pete coming to set it. Again, really good in that short roll. Cole Pete coming to set it. There he is in the short roll. Cole Pete coming to set it. A walk on the cut. Cole Pete coming to set it. Zipper into the ball screen, so zipper. Throw it back. Ball screen. And there's Pete. They'll throw it. Come get it back. Ball screen. They'll pop. And then this little wide pin right here for Del Orso. They can pop right into their empty stuff. So pop. 45. Right into the empty side. Pop. And watch this back door. They'll pop into that zoom, screen the screener. So watch. Zoom, back screen, screen the screener. Pop. Zoom, back screen, screen the screener. Pop. Zoom. Back screen. Screen the screener. And teams will do this. Just put someone at the nail. Have a guard that's really good. Just let him drive off the guy. Off-ball screening stuff. We'll do some away. So right into this with the exit screen. Clear the tag. Here away, ram with the Spain. And now we're just in our offense. We'll do some floppy stuff. Here it's a rip. And then we're throwing it to Bradley in the post and playing off him. Rare Pete 3. Floppy. Rip. Throw it in. Another floppy. But we hit the elbow. And now we're just playing. We'll chase in the ball screen. So we come off the floppy. And this big comes and sets it. Again here. Floppy. And then Krivas coming to meet him to set it. Do some stuff out of staggers. So watch this play. Bradley coming to set this on the short roll. Lob. So they set this ball screen as Bradley's coming through. They know they're hitting the short roll against a team that'll be at the level. And then he'll set this back screen for the lob. It's one of the more interesting sets I've seen all year. Same thing here. But they don't really get it as much as time, so... But they're looking for it. There's a little backstream lob. But Burries just goes and scores. Here's a stagger. Into the stagger. And there's Aristode coming off. Wide open. Couple horn sets. They'll do very, very simple stuff out of horns. So Pete just pops out, chase to a ball screen. And that's almost the only thing they'll do. Is pop out. There's Karchenkov. Chase the ball screen. Karchenkov was at the 4 there. Karchenkov again, pop out. He's at the 4, chase the ball screen. Horns, pop out. And then this is a little counter with the veer. And that's probably the most complicated thing I've seen them do out of horns this whole year. So not a ton out of it. Here, just pop out. And then middle ball screen. And then pop out, and we have this massive lane for Bradley to drive in. A couple other things I've seen them do. Swing, swing, shuffle, swing it, another shuffle, screen the screener. This was a cool hammer play. So zipper, away, come off the runner, hit him, and then look at the skip, hammer. And that'll do it for our Arizona scouting report.